Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
Hola.
How are you, man?
I'm great. How are you?
So, last week we debuted the new ScubaRadio guitar. We're going to have some work done on it this week because, ironically, nobody complained about the music that I was producing with the guitar. And that was without any kind of adjustment or setup, as we say in guitar lingo, because this was like straight off the factory shelf. And it played okay, but it needs some adjustment.
It needs to be tuned, and you need to tell me if this is right. You need to set up the action.
Set up the action. That's right. The intonation needs to be possibly adjusted. So any foul notes that you heard last week had nothing to do with me.
6 or 7 years of lessons, and you'll be all set.
Right. But
exercises, drills.
Well, if you listen to last week's show, CJ pointed this out. A good musician never blames his instrument. However, I'm not a good musician. So
right.
I can blame the instrument. And I can.
Okay, so you're making my point.
Yeah. So I'm blaming the instrument that was not properly set up.
Excuse me.
And so we're going to see if we can get that adjusted and not only look good.
It can't hurt.
But to sound good. That's really what it's kind of. That's the ultimate goal, kind of.
Really, the best thing is more guitar, less Greg singing.
Possibly. Our standards are low because we're divers.
Unless you still have that outfit from that picture from the 80s that you shared with us.
I did share something with the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad this week. Yeah, Jerry the Diver Guy already chiming in. Vinny Two Tanks, Bubble Boy. Yeah. I basically threw salt into their eyes.
You gave me the greatest gift. That's now your contact picture on my phone.
Well, okay. It was back from my rocker days.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I've said this before in the past that I was the lead screamer in a heavy metal band before I got into
I don't know what I like better, the leopard shirt, the skin-tight black spandex pants, or the knee-high suede boots.
Right. Well, that was a little nod to indigenous people.
And your fist clenched. Your fist clenched in defiance.
He's like a young male porn star.
Well, hey, it was
like Rob Halford without the talent or testosterone.
It was all the rave back in the day. And yes, there are some pictures that have been uncovered. We did some spring cleaning here at headquarters, and I uncovered some pretty cool photos. And I shared one of them with the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad. Despite, there was
3 or 4, and I think you need to post those on ScubaRadio.com.
Well, I don't know. Is that a Throwback Thursday kind of thing on Facebook?
People will laugh their ass off. I think you need to. You owe that entertainment to them.
I mean, just to show what ScubaRadio kept me from evolving into a rock star.
CJ, we want
that and lack of voice and talent.
Jerry the Diver Guy, what are you rambling about?
We want to bring listeners in. We don't want to run them away.
Well,
no, but it's funny as hell. So I think entertain them. Let them laugh at you. If they can't laugh with you, let them laugh at you.
Well, that's pretty much what we do every week on ScubaRadio,
but not on the website.
That is true.
That needs a little juicing up.
All right. Well, anyway,
I was very, very tempted to post that
I did share the Sam
all over
Kinison.
social media.
I shared the Sam Kinison photo.
Where is that? That needs to be framed.
That's on the Facebook stream, on my stream. And then on Scuba Radio's Facebook, we actually found a photo of Max, my son.
Looking at you like, what the hell is my dad doing?
Exactly. But he was wearing his little Scuba Radio outfit.
That was cute.
And so we kind of matched. And that photo was, we found that in the stash. And I was like, all right, I'll put that out there and let everybody see. Like, after all these years, he turned 25 this week. So that little kid you see in the photo is actually my son. He had a birthday this week, turned 25. And you see, and he's actually turned out pretty good despite my best efforts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good kid.
So, it's worked out pretty good.
Come on in.
Oh, we got more. We got more people showing up here at Scuba Radio headquarters. Our guitar tech, Richie, has just shown up, just in the nick of time.
He teched for Sam. Now he's going to tech for you.
That's right. He guitar
really slipped
for Sam.
You're
Kinison.
really slipping
That is
down the celebrity scale.
Well, I guess there's that. So
He lives close. I mean,
that's true, but he makes house calls.
face it, that's the only reason why he's here.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, look what Bubble Boy did. Is that not right?
I don't know. I can't see.
So
what
the
he's-
virtual screen behind Bubble Boy on Facebook and YouTube
Oh yes,
is
Yes!
actually one of my first rock bands that I was in.
I'm going to show. I got the picture on my
And
phone. I'm going to show.
we
Richie.
haven't
This is
shared these
awesome.
on Facebook, so you can only see them on YouTube and Facebook
Or
Live.
if you're a close personal friend of mine. Richie.
Well, we'll put them out there eventually. But yeah, the band was called Target. And, then this store came along and stole all our thunder, despite the fact that we sucked.
Dear God,
I could have been somebody if it wasn't for that damn department store.
we just looked again.
What?
Oh God,
What? Well, look, then
so
what?
awesome.
What?
He said he had the same boots.
Why have to
golly.
blindfold the girl?
What? Excuse me, Bubble Boy, what'd you say?
Why are her eyes blindfolded?
That's like a sensor thing. It's supposed to look edgy and dangerous.
Right.
Come on.
It was all the rave back in the day.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, they had to block her eyes out because of Greg and
To
his
protect
Okay.
the innocent.
All right. But who would have thunk that after, going through that phase of life, I'd turn into a host of a
How did you
scuba
guys
diving radio
not get
show?
signed and dominate the world? That's
We sucked. We were terrible.
oh okay.
Borderline tone
There's
deaf.
just that little detail.
Yeah, there was that.
Everything's got to fall into place.
But I still blame the equipment. Once again, good musician never blames his equipment. A bad one, well, hey, what the hell?
Okay. Well, you won't be able to do that after he's done with it.
Yeah. Richie is looking at the Scuba Radio guitar right now, and he is.
Should have stuck to the ukulele.
All right, thank you, Casey.
Jesus, no one wants to hear that.
Yeah, why? Why would you say such blasphemy? Why would you do this?
Good equipment.
Yeah, okay. Well, it is good equipment. It's a very nice guitar. So I won't have an excuse for this once we have it adjusted and
Stay
everything.
away from that damn ukulele.
I don't know. That could be next. I might have to wrap that with the Scuba Radio logo. You think?
Wrap
Should we
it
have-
in plastic and throw it in the trash.
No, that's not.
That's what you do with
that
that.
would be
I mean, look at what Tiny Tim did with a violin.
okay. And your point is like, all right, Jared the diver guy doing his best, impersonation of the guy, I guess.
Greg, do you still remember the names of your band members?
Yeah. Why? Why do you
I'm
ask,
just
Bubble
testing your
Boy?
memory. At that age, I just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, there's Danny and Dave, and I don't know who the other two guys are.
That's Mandy Patinkin from
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
I don't know who the girl is actually.
Some girl you gave like $10. Hey, will you stand here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Be in our picture.
Neil here.
Hey, baby. You want to go out? Yep. $10.
Spend any money? Hey, cutie. Hey.
Yep. That's how we ruled the world back in the day. Yeah.
What
And
was
that
it?
was,
The greater Cincinnati area?
Yeah. We actually played the largest rock club in Cincinnati 5 times. Literally. Back in the day. This is about like 1988 or 85.
It's the only way they get 20 people to show up.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah, but it was. We were the largest rock club in Cincinnati. I was the lead screamer in a heavy metal band. Yeah, or hard rock. And the band was named Target. If you were in the Cincinnati area.
Jesus.
What?
That's such a stupid name.
What do you mean? It was good enough for the department store.
Sadly, off Target.
Target.
Wrong. You guys were so wrong.
You guys look so Target.
5 times we played the largest rock club in Cincinnati.
I told you guys yesterday, it looks like Kristen's ready to chuck an axe at you.
Yeah, well, there's that. Yeah. So anyway, I wasn't planning to talk all about.
Yeah.
We do have some scuba diving stuff to talk about. Casey, I got a picture of him on his new boat. We got to talk a little bit about diving off his new boat. And
I piloted my boat this morning, and I'm on ScubaRadio.
There's the music.
There you go. All right, you got to go down sometime.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the sea cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Earth Day. It should be every day. Earth Day. Make sure you recycle today.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Yeah, Earth Day was this week. That actually is Max's birthday, is Earth Day. So there you go. My son turned 25 this week. And there's a picture up on the Scuba Radio Facebook page of him looking up at me doing Scuba Radio. I think it was like 2003, thereabouts. But you know, we were doing some spring cleaning and uncovered all these new photos. It was kind of cool. Did you do anything special, by the way, CJ, for Earth Day? Or did you avoid it at all costs?
He went and hugged a tree.
He might have.
Hey, hug.
Yeah, you never know.
Hug this.
What? Excuse me?
Hug this.
No, I don't.
He started a tire fire at the dump.
Okay. All right. We're not going to get anywhere with these guys.
I mean, you know, I have my own little patch of earth at my house I have to keep nice. Isn't that enough?
Evidently.
I've got to edge and mow and
everybody
weed whack and
celebrates Earth Day different ways.
Give me a break.
That's fine. Yeah. Just happens to be my son's
I can't
birthday,
be
too.
responsible for the whole damn planet.
Well, you could take on that responsibility if you so choose.
Why the hell would I do that? I'm good.
Listen, CJ, Greta Thunberg is not happy with
That
you.
is a.
Uh-oh.
How dare
Please
you?
don't quote morons to me.
You think she's a scuba diver, by the way?
No.
I
There's
do
no
wonder
way.
if that would be a good thing or a bad thing.
It would be a bad thing.
Depending on your perspective,
Bad.
I guess. She seems to have, there's some anger in her words.
I think she's slightly outspoken for correlation to her age.
Maybe you could take, but everybody has a right to their opinion, and that's fine. But my thing when it comes to Earth Day and diving in particular is that what you got to keep in mind is that we do this, at least our little group. Okay, let me just speak for myself. I got into scuba diving 25 years ago because it's fun.
Duh.
I didn't get into it because of, I wanted to go save the planet and stuff like that. Now, when you become a scuba diver and you start seeing all the cool stuff underwater and in the marine life and the environment, and maybe you'll come across some garbage and stuff like that, and you might evolve into an environmental, type-minded folk. All right, Richie, our guitar
Trying to
tech
get
is-
him on camera. and
Trying to
it's,
get him on Facebook. We're
it's
doing some
aimed-
stuff
it's in a-
behind the
It's
scenes.
in a weird area.
We are definitely multitasking today. We're adjusting the ScubaRadio guitar.
There I am.
And we are also trying to do a goofy show and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I think what happens sometimes in the environmental efforts of divers that, do kind of take on that role of like, hey, we got to tell the world that, you got to save the oceans and stuff like that. I do believe that kind of is in the, that's how most divers will evolve.
Greg, tighten it up. We've only got like an hour and a half.
Right. Well, my point is, don't lose sight of why we started diving in the first place, which is to have fun, right?
Absolutely.
You're with me on this?
I'm 100% selfish in that regard.
And the thing is, sometimes they get up on their high horse, they get up on the soapbox and start preaching, save the planet, it's Earth Day.
I mean, we want to protect the ocean
Yeah, of course.
because it's fun.
Well, exactly. But
Nobody wants to dive in a garbage dump.
Yeah, entertain us first, and then kind of sneak in all the environmental stuff. Yeah, like I said, it almost kind of evolves. I think organically.
But I mean,
in a
that did
diver
happen to
life.
me. I did get really a lot more concerned about the ocean once I
Right.
became a diver.
I
I didn't really know before, but as soon as I started diving, I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta protect this.
Yeah, I mean the Greta Thunberg stuff. That's my point. I mean, I think I don't necessarily disagree with all her efforts, but the way she talks about it, and that if you don't do what I say, you're evil, or Satan, or you're screwing over everyone else in the world. I'm like, hey, cut us some slack here, Greta. Come on. I don't see how that approach
Calm
really
down, have some chocolate.
works in the big scheme of things. Jerry the Diver Guy, what say you?
I like it how they go out and preach all this stuff.
Yeah.
Save the world, and then they crawl on their big high dollar jet and their big luxury yacht and all around the world. and
Okay,
enjoy
yeah.
it.
So there's a little bit of that, but once again, that is my point. I just don't think you got to get up on your high horse and preach so much and kind of talk down to everybody. And don't forget, as a diver, once again, you start this activity because you want to have fun. You don't go in it with the idea of like, hey, I want to save the planet and I'm gonna be a diver. Maybe you did, but I don't get that impression from all the people we've talked to over the years. Casey, the tobacco nut, what say
Yeah,
you?
I just wanted to say I got into diving because of just the pure entertainment and the relaxation, but I actually decided to become an instructor because I thought I could teach people more about how to keep their gear from crashing on the coral and teach
Right.
them their buoyancy better.
Yeah.
So they're not. So I actually became an instructor to improve people's diving abilities, I guess, and
Yeah.
thereby save some of the coral and the fish. And
There you
everything else.
go. You can make these little subtle, things, adjustments or contributions as a diver in the know by bringing in more people and that kind of thing into the world and having them have a less effect on the environment. So, take it for what it's worth. But, I wanted to get out there. Bubble Boy, did you have a comment or are you just waving again?
Oh, I'm just waving.
Okay, just checking. And Vinny Two Tanks has not said anything yet. I was going to do the word, but I better ask him first. First off, Vinny, no one's died this week that you know of, right?
Yeah, I guess I should have checked with you first.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's okay. I'm just want to get that out of the way so he doesn't surprise us, right? Okay. So it's been a good week.
Good point. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
But I learned a lesson.
You learned a lesson about what? Why I don't.
About I should check with the chief engineer before I.
You bring up the things about who's passed away and stuff like that. Well, it's okay. I mean, once again, this is a live show, and last week Vinny did kind of throw us a curve, but that's okay. People feel different things. I'll tell you, I'm a little concerned about Barry the Bugger. He's not here today, and this is what text I got to him right before showtime. It says, let's see. Oh, I said, dude, where are you? I thought you were going to be on the show today. And he goes, I was sleeping till a moment ago. I'm going back to sleep. Goodbye.
So I called him right after World of Boating. Greg.
Yeah.
And,
you woke him up. That's what it was. Yeah, he just got his second COVID shot. So that's why he's not here. He's a little under the weather, but at least, he's sleeping. And
Barry the bitch.
What? Excuse me?
That's what some are saying. I don't agree with it.
Okay, just checking. All right. More coming up. Take a look.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to Nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Greg the Dive Master, CJ's in the studio with me, and our guitar tech, Richie, is with us too. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad at all, man.
Yeah, he's been busy working on the new Scuba Radio guitar. He's going to put some new strings on it, set up the action, make it a little easier to play. He just handed it over to me during the commercial break, and it's sweet. Feels better already. So we got new guitar, strings.
Now, just remember, he's right-handed.
Yeah, oh, that's right, because Richie is a lefty.
I could string it left-handed.
No, let's not do that.
Yes, just to mess with him. Do it.
Nope.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
But who knows? By the end of the
Might
show,
make you sound better.
Well, we'll find out. I'll probably plug it in.
Didn't Hendrix play a right-handed guitar left-handed?
No.
So maybe that could help you.
Contrary to popular belief, everybody thinks that.
Right. Oh.
He played a right-handed guitar, strung left-handed.
Okay.
There you see, CJ, you're wrong.
That's good. I learned something. I like being wrong.
That's what you expect
time.
from a drummer.
Right. So right now, Richie is a guitar tech. Eventually, maybe we'll make him a diver. You think? Will that ever happen, Richie?
It's a possibility.
Okay, all right.
By all means.
So we're opening up that possibility. It's a lot of fun, by the way. You can save the planet afterwards if you so choose. But just so we're clear, it is a lot of fun.
I used to think playing drums was the most fun I could have with my pants on.
Yeah.
Now it's diving.
And he doesn't wear pants.
I was going to say.
you
told me you dive with your pants off.
He wears those leopard spandex.
No, that was Greg.
No, that wasn't me.
Yes, it was. It wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right, because you don't wear pants. Yeah, it was funny.
You guys are totally twisting this all around.
You know, the Aqua Gypsy and Kristen saw the photo. They thought they were leather pants. And I'm like, no. That's black.
Leather.
That's black spandex is what that is.
Must have been really cold in that room.
It's very comfortable. Very, I don't know, you could actually wear it as a wetsuit or like a skin. Because it was skin tight.
A little too much.
Too much. All the bulges were on
It must have been cold in that room.
I hear music again.
Okay, we'll go with that.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Hi, my name is Matt. Please keep listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. This baby's gonna put me through college.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
And now, here's my dad, Greg the Dive Master.
Whatever happened to that kid? I'll tell you what.
That's so cute.
Yeah. It actually kind of worked out, you know, to a certain extent. You know, we're still trying to figure out how to pay off that bill. But regardless, this show has helped a little bit.
But he's got a
over
real
the years.
job now.
He does. He got a real job. He learned from his father, don't go into radio, whatever you do.
Yeah.
And he didn't. You know, just like, you know, my mentor for radio, I went and went to him at the local radio station when I was growing up in Cincinnati, and I asked him for an internship, and he said, let's go to the bar, have a chat. So I said, okay. And it was awesome. I mean, this guy, he was doing afternoon drive at WEBN in Cincinnati. Michael Luzak is his name. Grew up listening to this guy all through my early years in Cincinnati. And here I am having drinks with him. Yeah, we were working on the Scuba Radio guitar, by the way. That's what that racket is. And having drinks with him, and he goes, you really want to do this radio thing, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I've listened to you all over these years, and I've always wanted to do this. I don't know if I'll be any good at it, but I really would like to do it. He goes, let me give you some advice. Take your dreams, shove them down the toilet, and go into law school.
Good advice.
Yeah. And, I laughed hysterically. I'm like, thanks, Michael. That's great. And he wasn't laughing. And I don't think he was joking. Yeah, that part wouldn't really kick in till much later on. But when he realized I wasn't willing to just walk away at that point, he goes, well, okay, if you really are that stupid and you want to continue down this path, all right, come on into the station. You can be my intern.
We've all had those thoughts.
Yeah.
What the hell was I thinking?
Right. So
it's always fun at the beginning.
But my son was smart enough not to kind of take that advice.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't let my kids go anywhere near.
But I led by example. He just saw it firsthand, just like in that photo on the Scuba Radio Facebook page, looking up at me like he's thinking to himself. The caption should be, well, now I know what I don't want to be.
Exactly.
Yep. And you can see it for yourself right there on the Scuba Radio Facebook page. And there you go. So now you know the rest of the story.
Fascinating.
Isn't it?
Riveting.
Okay. All right. Well, before we start playing the Scuba Radio guitar, I see Mermaid Kristen has joined us. I believe she can hear us. Kristen, are you there? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear
All right. Well, we were planning to do a whole thing today on the show on how to be a mermaid because Kristen is actually going through the process to become an official mermaid instructor. A PADI certification class is in. Well, it's already been
she could tell
set
you.
up. Or what, Kristen? Is it set up or being set up?
You cut out for a second. I didn't hear what you said.
The PADI certification class to become a mermaid, is that already on the books or is it still in development?
It's already on the books. It's something that they're just working on. There's just not very many people that are certified yet. I think they just started the program maybe in like December.
Right. But you are becoming an instructor for this class. You're going to be an instructor, a mermaid instructor for the PADI class, right?
Yes, I actually just submitted all of my paperwork and everything to them yesterday.
Awesome.
So I'm just waiting to have them accept my application.
Well, you've been doing it for several years. And by the way, once again, that noise is work being done on the Scuba Radio guitar.
I muted our mics. I was trying to help.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I'm just see if you can hear it. Yeah, that's all right. No, that's fine.
That's half the fun.
Yeah, come on, CJ.
All right, leave it open.
Yeah, but here it is. We have the Scuba Radio mermaid who is now going to be a Scuba Radio mermaid instructor, and the skills that you learn as part of this certification class are going to be, they're very specific to what, modeling and just swimming around as a mermaid and, maybe doing some diving.
Than just that.
Well, yeah.
So it does teach you things like, if you take the course, it'll teach you things like how to do certain like good poses underwater, things that are helping interact with audiences if you're doing like an underwater performance.
Right.
Like, how to properly do a bubble ring or to use like an air hose that's coming down if you're like in an aquarium or something.
Proper hose usement.
You gotta learn to do your poses.
Yeah, well, there you go. So I'll tell you what, this would be a good test for Kristen and our Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. Now, Barry is not here today, which is a shame because I was really expecting him to be here so we could send Barry and Jerry through mermaid class on Scuba Radio today.
Barry and Jerry.
Yeah, that's Richie. That's
I'm a merman, buddy. I don't need the mermaid class.
Okay, whatever pronoun you prefer, I'm not going to argue with you, but you do have to perform up to the level of what the mermaid instructor expects. And so would the posing or proper posing of a mermaid be the first step, Kristen, for someone like Jerry, or what?
Well, the first step, honestly, is learning about the safety of being in a tail and how to swim properly.
Yeah. Do you think he has what it takes?
All the fun stuff is sort of the underwater. It's sort of like the more fun last stuff that you would
Yeah.
like.
Okay. Well, as a mermaid, but as a mermaid instructor, you look at someone like Barry, and do you kind of look at this potential mermaid and go, "No, I don't think so," or I mean,
Willie.
Or do you?
It's like your radio mentor telling you to go into law.
But if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to make it work. Is that it, Kristen?
I look at Jerry and I say he's been a poser his whole life.
Okay. Well, there's that. Right. That kind of support is what gets you over the hump, I think. I don't know, Kristen. What do you think? Could Jerry go through the class and get certified through this class with flying colors? You don't have you don't see him like I see him and go, there's no way in hell. This is a really bad idea.
No, I'll take as many students as I can get. If he wants to learn, then I will gladly teach him.
Okay, so if the check clears,
I will donate $50 to Kristen's favorite charity for a picture of Jerry in one of her mermaid tails.
Wow.
Actually,
it'll happen.
I'll give you 50 not to see it.
Right.
I actually have a tail that is like stretched out that I let men get into because it's so much.
Really?
It's already so stretched out.
A stretched out tail sounds perfect for Jerry.
Oh, golly.
Scrounge up a dead manatee.
Oh, wow.
Who was that? Was it Barry stretched it out or what?
Well,
I mean, that's like a beached whale, you know.
Yeah, I can understand how you're dreaming, Jerry, but Barry's not here to represent,
Yeah, but
so
we
it
could
should be
bash
nice.
Barry today because he's not here.
Well, okay, there's that. But
Hell,
since
we
he's
can bash Barry even when he's here.
yeah, but let's focus on Jerry because he is, and he's the one that wants to be the
Stop
mermaid.
picking on Barry. He's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah, but okay, so we got a tail that will fit Jerry, and so the first skill that you learned in mermaid class as part of this PADI class would be what? What would be the first thing you do? Jump in the water or put the tail on and wave or what, Kristen? What do you think?
The first thing you do actually is you learn how to do the proper kick in the
Monofin?
In the monofin, so the proper dolphin kick,
Yeah.
like the worm kind of, and like just safety things. So how to get out of it if there's an emergency.
Yeah.
How many people do you have with you right now?
Who? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to, Jerry? Kristen?
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the car with some of my friends.
Fellow mermaid. Well, mermaids travel in pods. Yes. What do you expect, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So proper swim technique in a monofin would be one. And at some point, I would imagine like free diving and breath holding comes into play, right? That's part of the class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
There's a lot that you'll learn about proper breath holding technique.
I just got a text from Barry.
Yeah.
He woke up from his wimpy sleep.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know if you're going to teach him CPR.
Oh, well, part of mermaid class, their safety is a big factor, right? So you got people in monofins swimming around in mermaid tails. So
I cannot teach CPR though. I am not an EFR instructor.
Nice try.
What?
I think you just broke Barry's heart.
Oh, Barry was going to fake a problem and demand mouth to mouth. He's going to die.
He's going to be like Squints on that movie.
Merverts.
The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Barry can
okay.
teach you CPA.
Oh, that's true because he is an accountant.
Listen, Greg, they should incorporate how to deal with merverts into that course.
Is that part of the class?
No, it's not.
No, it's
Should
not,
be.
but it should be, right? See, we could help with this, couldn't we?
Scuba Radio. Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Before Superman, before the Lone Ranger, before Bruce Wayne, came the Cape Crusader. Naked scuba boy, naked scuba boy, he roamed the earth.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Greg the Dive Master, CJ, and our buddy Richie. He's a guitar tech and just all around great guy. Working on the Scuba Radio guitar and maybe a potential diver down the road. We might have to. Now that you've actually put your hands on the Scuba Radio guitar, I think it's the law that you have to become a diver.
It might be a local ordinance, or is that a state law?
I think this might be international law.
Oh.
Yeah. I just think. I'm just assuming. All right. So naked scuba boy is one thing you could become, or you could just be a mermaid. It's kind of one and the same, isn't it?
No.
It depends on the diver. Maybe.
Well, if you're wearing a tail, then you're not technically naked.
Okay. Well, there's that, I guess.
That's like the opposite of naked. That seems very restrictive.
Right.
And I got to give it up to the mermaids. That sounds really tough to do, to kick around like that.
In a monofin? Well, it is.
Yeah, it sounds tough.
When you see all
props
the...
to them.
It's a lot of exercise.
A lot of exercise.
Lower abs and like upper thighs.
Right. Yeah, you see, most people when they see mermaid pictures or divers with mermaids and things like that, they think it's all pretty pictures and
She
video.
must work out. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's that, but there's a lot of thought that goes into making those pictures perfect, and that's what Mermaid Kristen does. That's what you learn to do in a Patty Mermaid class. Who's laughing now? What was that? But
Sorry, it's my friend.
Oh, okay.
I unmuted it for a second.
That's okay. But that's what the ultimate goal is, right, Kristen? Is to perform as a mermaid and do it effectively. And people think by watching you, once you go through the course, they look at you and then they go, "Oh, it's effortless."
Now,
She makes it look so easy.
Would Jerry have to get a wig, or
what would you suggest, Kristen?
There is actually a section in the instructor manual that talks about like how to control your hair when you're under the water. So,
Yeah.
and,
Well,
what to do to
okay,
make
yeah,
it look
because-
seems like
picture.
a
So, I mean,
good.
that might be a good idea.
Seems like all the good mermaids have
Get
like
them away.
great hair.
Well,
Jerry needs to control his hair.
I have been the photographer and videographer many times underwater when we're doing some of our mermaid shoots. And one of the problems we have is if the girls don't wave their hair a certain way, it'll just cover their face up. That's what you're talking about. So you have to learn how to work with the current and your hair to keep it out of your face and that kind of thing. That's what you're talking about. Now in CJ's situation, it would not matter since he's follically challenged. But
ergonomic.
It's
Right.
actually
Streamlined.
His hair is running from his face.
High speed, low drag.
Okay, there's that. So maybe a wig would be appropriate to make him look more, I don't know, mermaid-like. Because, you do...
I think so.
Yeah.
Or a weave.
Or something. I mean, extensions.
I think you have to have hair to have a weave.
Yeah, well, there's...
I think
Okay.
that, like,
Shots
it weaves
fired.
into your hair.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, we're not talking about turning CJ into
I'm not
a
talking about
mermaid.
me. I was talking about Jerry.
Yeah. Jerry...
My hair is running from my face. I don't.
Jerry keeps all of his hair tucked behind his mankini.
Oh, boy. Well, you can't see that in a mermaid tail, thank God.
Yeah, Jesus.
That part will be, well...
I think I'm the only guy in the entire crew might have a hair problem, Greg.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I actually have some.
He has a mullet. Casey Tobacco Nut has a mullet still. So yeah, he's kind of mermaid ready. So maybe Casey can fill in for Barry, and it'll be the Casey and Jerry show, mermaid show. We could start
I'll do
a thing.
the close-up shot.
Do you work on like routines and things too, or what do you think, Kristen? Or
Jerry?
No, not really routines. I mean, I guess you could if your class wanted to try and just do something for fun like that. But,
yeah. Well,
I mean, it's kind of.
I don't know if this would be for fun.
Like it would be really hard to
It'd be
do.
more like a freak show.
They'd have. They
thing.
could get into the Guinness Book as the least viewed video ever.
There's that.
'Cause who the hell would watch that?
Set the
If
bar
any
really
of you guys
low.
think that you're getting out of taking this class from me, like all of you have to take this class from me. I hope you know that.
Yeah, you guys all do.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Vinny Two Tanks even stepped up. He's like, "On, yeah, baby, I'm there. I'm ready." He's like, right, Vinny?
Someone
You think?
else will do it. I'll do it.
See, I told you.
Attaboy.
Vinny's game. He's open for anything, and you know.
That would be a good class. Benny and Barry.
No, it's Jerry and Casey and Vinny at the moment. I don't know, Captain Walt. I don't know if he wants to participate, but I don't know. Captain Walt's at the Gomez Hilton.
Sure, I'd go for it.
All right, see, and then you got Bubble Boy, and he's a he's a yes. Look at him. He's like, he's shaking his head no, but he's saying yes.
Well, listen, he's
like, yes.
Bubble Boy's
yes.
carried enough of them, so I think he should.
He's mermaid wrangled.
It should come
but-
easily to him.
Right.
True.
Yeah. So
Let me pick you up like a fireman carry. Let me push you in a chair.
okay, I guess there's that possibility. But Kristen, is there any prerequisites other than, to start this class? If you're, a guy, you have to be crazy, or is there any real prerequisites or no?
Crazy if you're a guy and wants to take the class.
Yeah.
It's like,
You have to be secure with your masculinity, which none of our group are. So that's the problem, I think. Yeah.
That's very true. You do have to be secure.
Yeah.
But I
Mhm.
mean, I guess the only prerequisite I would say is like at least please know how to swim.
Know how to swim. Okay.
That'd be
Well,
nice.
I think we got that part covered. Jerry, yeah.
Has her boyfriend tucked? Is he?
Yeah,
gonna
he's
take
not
this
tucking
class?
anything in. What the heck's wrong with you? Keep that off the air. How dare you? All right, look, hour 2 is on deck. We're going to talk about lobster diving. Yes, Bugfest by the Sea at Lauderdale by the Sea is going to be happening in July. We're going to talk about that and much, much more. Maybe even play the Scuba Radio guitar. You've been warned. More coming up. Stay close.
Down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters?
Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea. under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio, my guitar tech, the world's guitar tech.
There you go.
Future diver Richie.
Guitar tech to the stars and Greg.
And you already, you already fixed it up, right? Is it all done? All right,
Here,
so
talk on the mic or we can't hear
we're gonna
you.
have to
It's
plug.
done.
We're gonna have to plug this up and abuse more ears at
Yes.
some point during
Turn
this
it
hour.
up.
A new Scuba Radio guitar. This was kind of my gift to me for our 24-year anniversary.
You still didn't get that Brian May guitar.
I hope it's
Didn't.
tuned.
We'll tune it. We'll do
it
that
is tuned.
much.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, okay. It is.
I
already
couldn't make
tuned.
you sound that bad.
Yes, you could.
It's not hard.
It's pretty easy, actually.
He does a good job all by himself.
Yeah, I don't even need a tech for that. So anyway, we have that to look forward to, or more appropriately, you've been warned in that regard. But
Don't
before
drive
we get
them
to that,
away.
let's talk about some diving stuff, more like hardcore diving stuff, like getting back into the water and doing what we love to do. Now, one of the big things that have been kind of on the bubble the last couple months is, what events are going to be coming up that we as divers can participate in? Because right now, still everything is shut down outside of the country, outside of Florida. I mean, we can dive in Florida, which we've been doing. CJ?
I heard Bugfest was on.
Bugfest is a go. We have Steve
yes.
Delavera from Lauderdale by the Sea on Scuba Radio. Steve, how you doing, buddy? What's going on, man?
I'm doing well, Greg. How are you?
We are good. Having too much fun as usual.
That's good.
And we're putting through Jerry the Diver Guy and Casey the Tobacco Nut through a mermaid class, a Patty mermaid class with Mermaid Kristen. We will need a location to conduct this class. Lauderdale by the Sea has the best beach diving in the world, and as a representative from that area, would you welcome such an activity, or would you avoid it at all costs?
Don't do
What's
it.
the name of the class again?
It's a mermaid class. It's like how to be a mermaid. It's a Patty mermaid class.
Oh,
And,
yeah. We could easily open up Jarvis Hall during Bugfest week for that kind of class. No
well,
problem.
wait. I wasn't planning to do it during Bugfest,
But
wow.
before he agrees, tell him who's participating.
Well, I did. I said it's Jerry the Diver Guy and Casey the Tobacco Nut, which you're sharing on closed caption video. You can plainly see them, Steve. Are you having second thoughts now?
No. We can still. We'll still help out as much as we can.
Okay. See, spoken like a true PR guy for an area that welcomes all peoples, even Casey. What do you think, Casey? Well, okay, you got to turn your mic on, Casey. Yeah, we know. We can see you. That's bad
No, it's
enough.
okay, Greg. It's fine.
When we
just
hear
let me
you,
be.
it can help. We could
Kind of better.
We didn't hear a word you said, Casey. You want to try that again? Your mic's not on or something? He's going to do it again.
Well, Greg, I think I'd love to be a mermaid.
Okay.
He looks like a ventriloquist.
That sounds just like him. Anyway.
I would be a mermaid, but I got to go drive my boat around.
We want people to come to Bugfest
Smoke
by
cigars.
the sea. So, Steve, we may not want to do that particular event there. I was just kind of dovetailing off what we did for hour one. But let's talk about Bugfest, because this is an annual event that we look forward to doing every single year. And the announcement has been made, still working out some logistics and schedules and things, but it is official. It is a go for July, the last week of July. CJ? What? CJ?
You know what's crazy?
What is crazy?
It sounded like I was setting this segment up.
Yeah.
When I said Bugfest, I had no idea Steve was coming on the air. That's just the first thing that popped into my head.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
See, it's that ingrained.
There's
in
no
our
show
psyche.
prep. You didn't tell me
He
anything.
mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. See, pay
I
attention.
didn't hear that.
It was subliminal. You know, if you play hour one backwards, you would hear
He
it.
was playing with Richie's guitar.
Really fast. Yeah.
Anyway, Steve's like looking at us like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Anyway, Bugfest is going to happen. The official Bugfest hotel is going to be the Plunge Beach Hotel
That's correct. Yeah.
Our favorite hotel there, right there at Lauderdale by the Sea. And I got it right. The last week of July, right?
Right. It's going to be right now. The dates are the July 27th, 28th, and 29th, and we're still in some of the planning stages for there may be events on Friday and Saturday. We're not sure at this point.
Yeah.
But the main part is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah.
Party and then the diving on Wednesday, diving on Thursday, and the diver awards party Thursday night.
Right, which is always a lot of fun. They usually have a lobster cook-off party, but we're not doing that this year. We're just going to get right to the prizes.
Night dive.
Well, maybe
we're trying to keep the size of the crowd for the party a little bit more controlled this year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip the cooking contest, but we'll bring it back next year for sure.
Yeah. Well, if you want to spread the crowds apart, maybe we should do that mermaid class with Jerry the Diver Guy.
That would do it.
It would be like drop, they'd scatter like
Steve-
roaches. Yeah.
I think Steve wants to bring the crowds in instead of running the crowds away.
Okay. Well, I mean, we need some socially distance.
Right now, Wednesday night of mini season, there's no official Bugfest events. That's
We're going to all be out catching bugs, though, Steve.
Well, it might be the Scuba Radio Freak Show. Watch these two weirdos become mermaids.
Good God.
You can do it on Friday or Saturday of that week, too, if you want.
Yeah, okay. All right. He has no idea what he's opening himself up to. There's some real issues there, Steve. Vinny Two Tanks, though, would like to participate. Yeah, Vinny?
Yeah, I was wondering when the city's going to have the website set up.
Yeah, you have a plan?
We just updated the website last week to say that we're going to have the event and details to come. So we're going to open up registration.
Yeah.
We're going to open up registration on June 1 for the contest.
Okay.
So probably sometime towards the end of May, the website will be updated.
Yeah.
It's pretty much going to run the same way as last year, except for we're going to cut down the number of categories in the contests, and we're going to not do the chef competition. But other than that, it's pretty much the same.
CJ?
So I can jump on this. What's the first date of the event? Because I have to fly in from L.A.
Oh, that's right.
Well, the mini season party is July 27th.
Okay.
That's the night before mini season starts.
Okay, I want to be at that. Okay, so I have to be there at July 27th.
Right, and then some divers go out right at midnight.
And then how many days is the event after that?
Mini season is 2 days. It's Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday, last Wednesday and Thursday of the month.
It's July 28th and 29th, the last Wednesday and Thursday.
CJ?
Mini season is always the last Wednesday and Thursday of July in Florida.
Yeah, so mark your calendar, Vinny, and you can plan every year.
I'm contacting Tom, and we're going to make reservations. We're going.
There you
Tom
go.
and I are going.
Tom, his dive buddy out there on the left coast. CJ?
I was going to say, Vinny probably couldn't get the updated Bugfest website up.
Yeah.
He may have a virus from ladyboy.com.
No, I'm looking at it right now, but it hasn't been updated yet. That's why I asked him that question.
Ladyboy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Vinny, that's why you tune in to Scuba Radio. You hear it here first.
There you go. Spoken like a true image guy. You hear that? That was like a radio move Jerry, the diver guy, just made.
Sounded spoken like a true sales weasel.
Yeah. The Plunge Beach Hotel is going to be the official hotel for Bugfest once again this year. That's where the big events are going to happen. Vinny is showing a pin on YouTube and Facebook right now.
Vinny stole that pin.
Quiet. He did not.
Ladyboy.
Stole that plan.
Quiet. Let him talk already. Go ahead, Steve.
I spoke with Tom Mulroy on Friday. He's the general manager of the Plunge, and they're going to have a special Bugfest rate for that week.
Well, there you go. We will share that with the crowd.
And then, by the way, the hotel rates in Broward County and Lauderdale by the Sea are nothing compared to what they are in the Keys for mini season. They're much, much lower.
Yes.
They jack them up in the Keys for mini season, and in Broward County, it's actually off season for us. So they're actually very, very reasonable.
They want you there, and it is the place to be for mini season. You can beach dive.
The first two trips I took there, it was fair. It was reasonable.
It was awesome. Yeah. Vinny had a great time. We told him you got to come down for this, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to schedule this every single year." It's going to be an
and this will
annual
be
event.
my third year. I
there you
skipped
go.
last year because it wasn't open.
We thought it might not happen this year, but it is a go, and we will have more details for you next week for sure on those special hotel rates at the Plunge.
Ladyboy.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Bula Vinaka, I'm Maggie Khan of Matava Eco Resort, Nadeva Kandavu, south of the Pacific Islands in Fiji. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to scuba diving. And now here's a guy I got liquored up enough to put on a grass skirt. Greg, the dive master. Greg, you wicked girl.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to bring the Scuba Radio guitar to Fiji here, in the coming months.
You got a case for it?
Do it.
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course.
All
Yeah,
right, then.
got to have a case to travel.
You gotta bring, you got to bring a guitar tech to travel too.
Right. Well, okay, we can do that. Richie has been nice enough to fix up the Scuba Radio guitar. Let's see what it sounds like here. What do you think, guys?
Not bad, not bad.
Yay, nay, thumbs up. It sounds pretty good, I think. I'm digging it. What do you think, CJ?
I love it.
I'm digging the Judas Priest.
Okay, for your dad?
James has got Judas Priest going.
And then we can do weird things like, let's see if that does it. Okay. See, Richie can play. I can't play. I can just fake it.
Yeah. Richie's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, you should play this. Can you even play this?
He's
See,
left-handed.
it's backwards.
So
That's the problem. Okay. So we're going to blame the equipment.
Let me
Okay, all right, hold on. Let's see. Let's move this over to someone who knows how to play.
But he can shred.
He can really shred, but he's a lefty, so it's
He gets actually
a little
paid to play
backwards.
guitar.
That's right. Richie, the guitar tech, is a real guitar
He's
player.
actually in a band.
Mm-hmm. There you go. See? Nice. See, that's what I would sound like if I was good.
Shoot over by Greg where we can see you.
Wait, maybe that's me. Maybe that's me playing right now. I need a guitar ghost player. That's what I need, right? A ghost guitar player. ScubaRadio guitar player. Nice. All right, see, that's what we do sometimes here on the show. We just make a bunch of racket, and with a new ScubaRadio guitar. Richie, thank you so much, man. He set this up, and
Got it.
Now I can't blame the equipment. But that won't keep. We'll just bring Richie in, and he can be my ghost guitar player, and I can just say it's me. Do they do that in the? Because Richie does that.
If you're Kiss.
Well, Richie tours with like major acts, don't you? Can't you?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Cheap trick.
Right. He played with the big guns. Yeah. He does
Bret
this
Michaels,
all the time.
yeah, Poison.
And then he wastes time with us. What's
REO
up? What's that
Speedwagon.
all about?
Like I said, he lives close. That's
right.
The only
It
way
was
we can get him
convenient.
over here.
It was on the way to the gas station. He said, "Okay, I'll stop by." But we'll turn him into a diver, and he can turn us into musicians. You think?
From dive bombing to diving.
Right. The ScubaRadio band could be a thing in the works. Camel DiMartini would probably allow us to play and be the house band at the Gomez Hilton, is my guess.
Any relation to Warren?
I would definitely allow that, but you realize, Greg, I don't want to change the subject, but we're 3/4 of the way through the show.
Yeah.
And we have not had a word from Vinny Two Tanks.
What? What? That? Well, we've had.
Is Vinny ready?
We've had. Wait.
Get ready now.
Okay.
Go ahead and unmute your mic.
All right. So Vinny, I do want to make sure Vinny is ready. Vinny, are you ready?
One word.
Just so I'm clear. Okay. He
Just
gave
one
us that
word.
much. He says he's ready. Let's find out if indeed he really is ready. That was really not
wrong sound effect.
I wasn't ready, I guess.
I just heard Fletcher.
All right, let's try it again. Here we go.
This has been a word.
Oh, shit.
That's the outro, Greg.
Okay.
What we need is the intro.
See, yeah, well, see, here's the thing.
You're fired.
You guys didn't.
You're getting confused, Greg.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
didn't prepare
Get it
me
right.
for this. You really didn't. All right. All right, Vinny, you're up. This is real.
Now, a word from Vinny Two Tanks.
Bugfest 21.
That was 2 words.
This has been a word from Vinny Two Tanks on Scuba Radio.
Okay, so it went about as good as I expected it to.
Well,
so
technically,
better than
he
last
used
week.
numbers,
Right.
so.
Oh gosh, we sure do amuse ourselves.
Someone's got to.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go. And I don't
like
think
I said, there's at least 3 to 4 good minutes out of any show, any week.
At least. Well, I don't want to say
You
at
can
least.
do it.
It's kind of like that old orange juice concentrate, you know?
Okay. Unfortunately, we can't be underwater all the time. So we have to fill it with, nonsense like this, right? Is that how it works?
Sure.
I mean, once again, going back to creating the ScubaRadio band, I mean, maybe this is something we strive to achieve for ScubaRadio's 25th anniversary.
Still need a singer and a bass player.
We need well, is any of the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad musically inclined enough to at least pick up the bass? Jerry, you have any skills at all?
No.
No.
Yeah, he has no skills. And Vinny,
Skin flute.
Nothing. Vinny's shaking his head. Catmull DiMartini, what do you think? Yeah?
Tuba. I can do the tuba.
He can do a tuba. And Richie?
How about bringing a band in?
You know what? Maybe that's what it is. We don't need to create a band. We need to bring a band that actually knows how to play in.
We could do that.
And we would just basically hold the ScubaRadio guitar. It won't even be plugged in and act like we're playing, CJ.
We'll sit behind the curtain.
Yeah, we'll be like the Milli Vanilli of ScubaRadio bands.
Did we have to go that far? Come on.
CJ plays drums.
Yeah, I don't actually need to fake it like you, Greg.
Okay, well, that's that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, CJ could actually play. That's true.
And there's your guitar player right there.
We got a guitar, but once again, we still need singing and we
Greg,
need
you can play rhythm.
We play. Okay, I'll fake some rhythm. Yeah, I'll fake some rhythm. Then we can turn me way down in the mix.
Don't keep him turned down.
Yeah, just keep it turned way down. Oh yeah, he's playing. Yeah.
Pull him out of the mix. We'll fix it in the mix.
But we still need a bass player and a singer. So what do you think? I don't know. Maybe we got to find.
I'll call Gene Simmons. How's that?
Gene Simmons.
He knows people.
Richie knows people. He does. He actually does know people.
I can call Gene.
Yeah, and he'll say, "Oh hell no."
He'll say, "How much does this?"
Yeah. How much does it pay?
Is that guy that got my picture took of Vegas?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right. I got a picture with him. He said hi to me once, so we're close personal friends. So maybe he would participate. All right, more coming up. Stay close. I got a Scuba Radio hat. Maybe we can negotiate.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, CJ, and our buddy Richie is in the studio. Guitar tech, he's just a aficionado. Is that what is your official title?
Bleep stick.
Excuse me? Gleep stick?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Stick.
All right.
You know what the bleep stands for. Don't say it.
Oh, bleep stick.
Oh, I thought you said gleep. You said
bleep.
Bleep. Yeah, we haven't had to use the dump
Some
button.
people told Eddie Van Halen that he would be a guitar virtuoso.
Yeah.
And some people told me that I would be a
bleep stick.
Ah, okay. Well, take it for what it's worth, which isn't a whole lot from this crew. But anyway, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you very
thanks
much.
for working on the Scuba Radio guitar. CJ came up with a name for the Scuba Radio band, but we still don't have a bass player and singer. But,
Holy Diver!
Okay, so it has to have a little, like a metal, 80s kind of vibe to it, you think?
It's got to have some balls. Or
I have some black spandex pants I can pull out of the closet.
I'll give you
there.
$500 cash right now to not wear it.
No. Isn't that, I mean, people look at that and they look at that as vintage now, don't they?
Wow.
I'm not going there.
Okay. Anyway,
you're vintage, not
That's
the pants.
where I was going.
Okay, that wasn't
Jesus,
that funny.
God, no.
Anyway,
God, no.
It's like one of those ideas we come up with the show on the fly.
What happened to James's head?
And we realized it was a bad idea. Bubble Boy, some people know him as James. We call him Bubble Boy,
Okay,
Richie.
Bubble
Just so
Boy.
we're clear.
Sorry about that.
He doesn't want to use his name on the air and be associated with people track him down, paparazzi, all that kind of stuff. He's trying to stay incognito.
He's looking good these days.
He's a brown trout.
That's a filter. That is a filter.
The Gomez Hilton makes everybody look better.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Okay, there's that. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio.
Did you see the YouTube video of that guy pulling a shark tooth out of his noggin?
No.
Yeah, I just got the video of that right before we went on live today, and literally he was I believe he's a spear fisherman in Durban. Yes, Durban spear fisherman got more than he bargained for when he emerged from the ocean with a shark tooth lodged in his head.
I believe that's pronounced Dublin.
No, I don't think so. Durban.
That's a memorable trip. Greg.
Durban
I would
is
think.
where?
Is it Ireland or I don't know where? Durban? No, where is that?
Dublin is in Ireland.
It's not Dublin. I said it's Durban. Big dummies.
Durban is also in Ireland.
Dick Durbin.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay.
Durban.
Yeah. Anyway,
Jesus.
But he actually videotaped him pulling the shark tooth out of his noggin. It had bitten his head. He was spearfishing.
So the shark lost the tooth. He's lucky.
I don't think I want to scuba now.
Yeah, and it's disgusting. You see him pull the shark tooth out of his noggin, and then of course after that, it's international law that you got to start singing Baby Shark, and so that's what he did. So he starts singing the Baby Shark tune after he did that. But you can look that up on YouTube. Richie, are you afraid of sharks, by the way?
No, I'm not.
Well, it's pretty funny to be.
You used to surf, or you surf, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Daytona Beach.
He's used to getting bit by sharks.
Oh, okay. What, have you been? Are you a shark attack survivor?
Oh, no. But we used to see them, 4 or 5 footers coming, and when you're in the water.
Yeah.
And you got a row of surfers out there. And,
right.
And you just yell
figure
at one another.
You could sacrifice one out of the 10 or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, who's ringing? That's his surfer buddies. It's like, hey man, don't throw me under the bus like that.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. It's just a live radio show. We don't care.
Sorry.
But
nobody ever calls me. I don't know why it went off.
There's like, hey, what are you saying, man?
Wasn't me.
Nobody ever calls.
Well, as divers, that's the thing. We look at surfers and snorkelers and stuff as sacrifices. Right, CJ?
That makes sense.
Yeah, because the sharks don't really affect the divers unless you're spearfishing and
I was
stuff
say
like
it's
that.
it's a whole different world.
They're all full of surfers. They're not hungry.
That's true. That's right. So you play the numbers. You got 10 surfers on the water. Odds 1 in 10 chance you're good. Yeah.
So what you're saying is always scuba dive when there's surfers around?
Well,
just after.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be, pulling shark teeth out of your noggin.
Oh, Barry would love that.
If you look at the shark videos when they pull those little fake sharks behind the boat, and they get the air dive shark.
Right, air jaws.
They look like surfers paddling out.
No,
okay.
They look like seals paddling out.
Seals or turtles, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's true. I mean, there's more incidents with surfers there with divers.
Oh yeah, easily.
For sure.
Easily.
So yeah, but you don't have a problem with that either.
No.
Yeah.
Because surfers violate the first rule.
So diving would be
don't act like food.
Well, diving would be a piece of cake for Richie. So
I think so.
Yeah. Of course, he has to get through the whole, hazing ceremony thing.
We'll have to find him a left-handed regulator.
Yes.
And a left-handed
gonna be
tank.
that issue.
And a left-handed tank.
Yep.
Left-handed fins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just swim in a circle.
Left-handed weights.
Right. Yeah. There's going to be some
a lefty PC.
Some issues that we're going to have to overcome. But we'll if you're game, we can make this happen.
Do I only go off the left side of the boat?
Well, I mean, it's up to you. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. And, we got Jerry, the diver guy, that could teach him. The guy right there from Mountain Divers could be your instructor, Richie.
Hey, Jerry, and
He's
I
holding
will
something
volunteer a
funky.
space at the mermaid school for him.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Nobody wants that.
No, Jerry could do Richie's class in a mermaid outfit.
No,
you could
nobody
actually
wants
be,
that.
Negatory.
You could be trained by a real.
I'm going to pass on that for him.
Certified mermaid.
I'm passing on it, period.
All right. Well, there's, we want him to get certified. We don't want to scare him away. If he, it's one thing not to be afraid of sharks, but
I can swim with the sharks.
if you look at him and then picture him in a mermaid tail, that'll turn pretty much anyone.
That's enough to make me stop diving.
I may certify him in my mankini, but
Okay.
Jesus.
Wow. Talk about making it worse. All right. Well, we can make this happen, despite our better judgment. And, it'd be worth talking about on the show.
Maybe some guitar lessons for exchange for scuba diving.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Yeah. When we're driving down to South Florida for Bugfest or doing Richie's class, or maybe going down to the Keys.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
What
How
you
about
got to
the
be on
Bahamas, Greg.
Well,
first of the month.
Yeah, you're much safer in the water than you are in your car to the dive site. It's much safer.
Yeah, I'm much more scared when Greg's driving.
Well, it's not my driving, but the fact of the matter is that you're much safer than you would be out in the water, worried about sharks or God knows what else, we've been, ingrained in our psyche to be afraid of, as far as in the ocean, because driving is way more dangerous. And now you got to be careful of the flying fish.
Sorry?
Yeah. There's another YouTube video out I saw this week of a trucker. It looks like he was cruising down, US 1 in the Keys and over some of this 7 Mile bridge or whatever it is down there.
Right.
Fish.
And a fish flew through the air and hit his windshield.
Holy smokes.
Not a bird, a fish. Now, and you think that's a pretty big jump for a fish. They can jump. These Spanish mackerel can catch a lot of air.
You think that's real? I see it behind you.
No, it is definitely real. And the fish didn't jump out of the water. What happened is a bird
dropped it.
Yeah.
Damn pelicans.
Yes, picked up a bird.
Holy mackerel!
And dropped it, and it landed on the windshield of this truck going down to the Keys.
Sushi.
Well, you could look
I
at
hope
it
he
like
grabbed
that.
it and threw it on ice. You could eat that.
Well, it's another version of roadkill that you could consider, keeping if you want.
That's when you look up at the sky and go, "Thank you, Jesus."
Oh, right. All right. I guess there's that.
That's a
but
blessing.
Blessing. I never heard of that happen on the road. I've heard this happen on boats where fish jump up out of the ocean. We've had the story of the barracudas have done that. They can get excited and jump up. I actually was on a liveaboard trip in Saba, and while we slept, we had a giant Spanish mackerel jump up during the evening, and we got up in the morning, and there was this 2 to 3 foot long fish laying on the top deck of the liveaboard.
And you're like, okay, who's the wise ass?
That's right.
Where was that?
That was in island of Saba.
Oh, was that in Ireland?
Close.
Was that by Durban?
It's between Durban and Dublin.
But it's been known to happen.
Herd a dolphin?
A herd. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. Jerry.
The last time we were there, Greg, we were having trouble with flying fish.
Well, yeah, flying
They're
fish are
actually
pretty
flying fish.
Yeah, common in that part of the world, and at night, sometimes they'd be so prevalent all through the evening. You'd hear dunk,
oh wow,
dunk, dunk.
When Greg plays his guitar on stage, he gets hit by flying fruit,
dunk, dunk, dunk,
and vegetables.
Yep, there's that. But these were flying fish.
Wow.
And they would be attracted to the boat lights in the evening, and they'd be flying through. They go, oh, there's light. We'll go there. And boom.
You guys got some wild stories, I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, you know.
No, that's nothing.
Yeah, really. The ones we can't tell are
all the good ones we
hear.
can't say on the air.
But the flying fish are a thing. You know,
we have poltergeists, we have brown trouts. I mean, there's all kinds of.
Yeah. Once again, the stories we're not supposed to talk about.
Didn't Led Zeppelin do something with a fish?
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
And this is, and the stories he's alluding to are just as bad.
Allegedly.
Right. So we will leave them off the air. I don't want to have to hit the dump button today. Anyway, there's a bunch of things that would keep you out of the water, but those are reasons why you should just submit and become a diver and just go for it.
You got it.
You follow my logic, Richie? I'm sure it's pretty hard to follow.
I'm trying.
I guarantee we get him down the Keys once, he'll be hooked.
I saw what you did there.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
Yeah, that was terrible, actually. I was like, gosh, Barry lives. He's alive. Or at least his writer.
Hate me!
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, this is Neil Watson, the Dive God.
And I'm Peter Hughes.
These guys come from legend. They're basically gods.
We've been around the block a time or two with the diving industry.
But I've never heard something as nutty as this.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
God's friggin' gift to humanity.
Now here's a guy I've been putting up with for over 20 years.
Greg the Dive Master.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
Now beat it, loser.
And by the way, Greg, it's Peter Huge.
Whoa.
Okay. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Mr. Neil Watson pioneer of diving in the Bahamas. We got word this week that they're going to start accepting your COVID clearance as far as having your card for vaccine for entrance to the Bahamas. How about that?
Then I'm good.
Yeah, we all are good, I believe. With the exception of Barry. We don't know if he survived his second shot yet.
He's. When I talked to him earlier, Greg, it was like,
He's not going diving.
Greg.
I'm going to go back to bed.
Vinny will let us know
next.
next week.
That's true. It's like, did he live? And maybe we should just plan on starting the show off with Vinny next week for
Greg,
for an update.
We always have his favorite person in. He's always here.
Who?
Spirit.
Who are you talking about?
Barry. Look.
Oh boy. All right. See, you can only see this on Facebook and YouTube, and
Yeah,
there's
so-
reasons because we don't really want to talk.
Jerry
about
the
that.
Diver Guy, prop comic.
Mm-hmm. He's the carrot top of Scuba Radio.
It's just Barry is all it is.
Yeah, okay.
I had this made after Barry.
Okay.
I mean,
So you could sleep with him every night.
Yeah. Barry and Jerry are
You tuck
very
him under
close.
your pillow?
I'll tell you what, that mermaid class, I can you imagine the publicity we'd get from this if we have Barry, Jerry, and Casey all together doing a 3-way mermaid class?
It's like the opposite of a beauty
let's
contest.
The 3-way comment, let's drop that, okay?
Yeah. Just leave that out.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling people what it would be.
No.
And
I'm out.
if Kristen can do that and convert these 3 into mermaids, she would be a super mermaid instructor.
Mermen. Would they be mermen?
I don't know what pronouns, whatever pronouns they decide to use that week is up to them.
Lady boy.
Barry, I don't know.
Mermaids.
He's more of a girly boy.
Okay. Camel DiMartini, what say you?
I think it should be conducted in the high turbulent confined water area at the Gomez Hilton.
Oh, wow.
He means the hot tub.
Yes. I am kind of shocked that the proprietor of the Gomez Hilton would be so open to such a thing.
I think he's got an end game.
He's very much all-inclusive.
I think he's going to turn it way up and just cook them, just boil them.
Boil 'em alive.
Might be there that day.
Okay.
We're going to just relieve you of your skin.
Pay no attention to those carrots floating around you.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. But that'll be a mess for sure. But regardless, it's just sometimes what we do here on Scuba Radio.
Greg, can I not use my Sherwood scuba equipment?
I don't think mermaids are diving. They're free diving. You got to learn how to do better breath hold techniques.
Yeah,
No?
but still.
But still what?
I'd rather have my Sherwood equipment with me.
Okay. Well, maybe you can use your Sherwood dive equipment, Jerry, to do the world's longest underwater cleanup. Evidently, the record's just been set for 24 hours underwater in Australia.
A lot of work.
Well, it's a lot of work, but I mean, if you're going to break a record, you might as well do something, do some good. At
24 hours.
I thought about breaking that Milli Vanilli record, but
What record was he referring to, CJ?
Let it die.
I think he was talking about a real record breaking snap.
Ah, okay. Thanks for the
That joke
interpreting.
deserves silence.
And so it will be.
24 hours is the record until Neil Watson will inevitably break it.
Well, that's true. Neil probably could.
He's like, I can clean it for 3 days straight.
Yeah. I mean, well, he did, I think it was like 48 hours on scuba. So that isn't what this is. This guy just stayed underwater, I assume on like a hookah setup around a marina area and did it for 24 hours. And he walked around and picked up garbage, there in the marina to clean up things there in the bay. And so I was like, okay, that's not a bad idea. A lot of those type of stunts I don't really get. If you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, publicity is one thing. But, while you're down there, might as well do something good. And, so he was doing something good for the environment at the same time. I think that was a good move. So, Jerry, now you have your marching orders. What do you think? Or diving orders in this case?
Well, You want to be there? I'll port to
No,
it.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be anywhere near you.
Pull the bags out of the water, Greg?
No, you'll just you'll float them. You'll stick them in your pocket, and then by the end of the dive,
in my pockets, Greg.
yeah, by the end of the dive, that'll be the challenge. Will Jerry be weighted down by so much garbage that he won't make it back to the surface? It added a little drama to the whole thing. No. No buy-in from anyone, really?
We have 3 minutes left, Greg. Stop trying to kill us.
Oh, I was just hoping maybe, we could get someone to play. I know who'll do it. Barry, he'll do anything. And since he's not here today and wussing out because of his second COVID shot, maybe this is the way we'll let him back into the fold, into our good graces. That's what he'll have to do. Be weighted down with garbage until he can't return to the surface. And on that positive and uplifting note, we'll wrap it up for this week.
Thank God.
Okay. Till next time, remember, it's always better. Wear, gang.
Wear a sweater.
No, that's down where it's wear. There you go. Safe diving, everyone.
On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.